And welcome to the December 1st episode of Pokemon GO Podcast. Snap into a Pokemon. I don't know why I went wrestling theme, but that's where we are right now. We're going to snap into this Pokemon podcast. Weighing in at 205, I don't know, weighing in at something from parts unknown, Joe the underscore. Oh, I think I crapped myself on that one. Oh my God. That was hard.
That suit will never be the same again.
As his tag team Snorlax coming in, the Rock On Up Podcasting. I don't have any good. Woo, that didn't work.
That came in hot.
There you go. What would be your? That's the Pokemon question of the week, Joe. We're jumping to it for next week. What would be your Pokemon wrestling finishing move? Would it be the Pikachu rock bottom? No, the Graveler rock bottom. Would it be the Pikachu stinger? Well, tune in next week to find out, because I don't know. Are we doing a show next week? We're not doing a show next week. You're leaving me again, everybody. Joe is leaving again.
My kids have plays that I must attend.
Yeah, because there's no such thing as FaceTime and cell phones or anything. Saying you take your screaming kid, and you go home. You just do it. It's fine. Okay. So, all right. It's not what we call to talk about. Man, it has been 2 weeks. I showed up last week. I did my job. I'm just saying. We did the Thanksgiving special. Did you get a chance to listen to it, sir?
I haven't yet, actually.
It took me a decent, not horrible amount of time, but a decent amount of time to edit it, because it's Dennis Robinson and myself, and it was not done for this show. It was legit an honest conversation that was recorded as we were warming up to do the show that he and I do once a month for the Lycan Solomon's Odyssey comic book that he wrote and designed. I'm the executive producer of that. And so we record there. And it was right after Go Fest. And as we do, when somebody else plays, hey, how's your fest? We ended up recording like almost 40 minutes. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'll use this if it's cool. And he sent it to me. And he texted me. He's like, hey, I just put them together. I didn't edit anything out. You might want to look for a few swear words. I'm like, you're right. Editing on 1.8 speed. So we both sound like chipmunks, which, Joe, by the way, there's a chipmunk edition of that show. But because of I think I was editing on my laptop. I can't remember exactly what I was doing, but I don't think it was here. I didn't have the full login for Patreon. So I didn't post it on Patreon, because Patreon was going to get, and I still get, the chipmunk version, which is Dennis and I at like 1.8 speed, because it's fun. I mean, once your ears kind of used to it, it's a little bit faster, but it's fun. It's funny. And I thought, hey, why not? It's Christmas. Alvin and the Chipmunks do Pokemon, right? Which makes it less than 40 minutes. It makes it like a 20, 30-minute show at best. But yeah, there was quite a few little wordy dirds that I took out there, but it was all right. And I really appreciate Dennis letting me have that content and using it. And I forgot how good the conversation was. It wasn't just, hey, what was your experience? And, I called it Poof Fest and all that stuff. But we actually talked about some ins and outs of the game and some deeper thoughts on it. And I thought, I actually turned out better than I thought it did. So it is out there for everybody to listen to. And we thank you for being a part of that. Joe, though, you had a whole nice 2 weeks off just to chill and to catch you some Arcanine and everything else. What was your experiences for the last couple of weeks, man?
Oh, man. Let's take a look at my box and see what my experience has been, because it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I mean, I say that every week. It's always crazy. My life is crazy. I'm
too crazy,
right? I got a shiny Alolan Vulpix, so that's pretty sweet.
That's nice.
I did some raiding during the Ultra Beast raid day. I didn't do enough to finish the quest line though, which I'm kind of sad about, because that means I didn't get the shoot, I'm forgetting what their names are now. But I didn't get the regional Ultra Beasts that they put out. and I'm gonna have to look that up because it's gonna bother me if I don't remember what their names are. So it was yes, Cartana and Celesteela. So I didn't get them because they were at the end of the quest line.
Oh, I think I got
Basically, they
something.
wanted you to
Why is this not?
raid like 7 or 8 times is what they wanted you to do, and I only ended up raiding 3 times, I think.
Okay.
And they were all your favorite trash lord, and then the prizes that I got out of from the quest line were Nilago, Zerkatree, and Pheromosa. If I had continued down the quest line, I would have gotten Buzzwole, um, Celesteela, Cartana, and I think another Guzzlord. But yeah,
I cannot find. Oh, there it is. Finally, it feels like it got moved. Maybe it was just lower on the totem pole. I'm trying to turn on streamer mode because every time they do an update, they turn it off.
well, every time you close Discord, it turns it off unless you actually pull up OBS.
So I'm in a whole lot of fail to log in on my phone on Pokemon right now. I'm
Oh,
gonna get off the Wi-Fi and do it on cell, but I shouldn't have. Obviously I'm streaming with you. I don't have any problem with the Wi-Fi, but it is not letting me log into my game right now.
I've got it. Your daughter, when she was in there earlier, blocked the ports for the game.
For the game.
So now you can't access the game from the Wi-Fi.
Let me see if there's an update
at the
that
studio
just didn't
house.
download. Have you? I'm assuming no, but have you had any issues trying to log into the game?
Nope. Uncle
Huh.
Hanky is real sad that he didn't get an invite to Thanksgiving.
Let me. All right, now I'm going to turn my phone off and back on again because now I can't even connect to the App Store. And I'm on cell signal 5G UC. Now I was on internet, so I'm gonna have to
5G?
turn
You
my
mean
phone
fake
off.
G?
All I know is it works, Joe. I don't have issues connecting to internet. I'm not going to get into some weird discussion about how numbers are arbitrary when it comes to cell signals.
Well,
Because you're not wrong. I just don't care it.
the long and short of that is that they redefined what 5G was, and so it's not true 5G. And sometimes it's even worse than 4G.
2G or not 2G? Why do you hate us? I can't. Okay, so now I got into the App Store. So let me see if there's an update to do. Because I can't tell you what my experiences are. Although I know I rated and got 2 new Pokemon. No, there's no update to do. I'm back on the look. Oh, now, it did change the background screen. So maybe something was just hung up and it didn't fully. Okay, now I'm getting into the game.
Okay, so now you're getting the brand new splash art on the loading
Yeah, with
screen.
the Winter
Yeah,
Wonderland
it looks
stuff.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
So
The
yeah, I think something just glitched.
to be honest, I think the splash art team is one of the best parts of Niantic.
I hear you. Here's a new little quality of life update. As soon as I collected the venture, for the field research progress and X'd out of it, it popped up a big black bubble and said, "Hey, you can get one more stamp tomorrow," and it stayed up there for a good 10 seconds.
Hmm.
Just to make sure if you go and claim everything, you're not going to get another stamp. It's just a little bit longer, a little bit more bold, is all I'm saying. I know it's been there.
No stamps for you.
But they just made it a little bit more quality there. All right, where's my pants? Celesteela. I got 2 Celesteelas.
Good old Lego movie.
I know, right? It just sticks in your head, and it's such a mess sometimes. But yeah, that was my big get this week. Is I raided with Paul Puck and I think somebody else. It got 2 different Celesteelas. I want to
Nice.
praise him. So that one's okay. Oh, go another way.
Oh, I love that that title submission, Tugas Rose. Charles can't find his pants.
Technically, I wear it a onesie. It is what it is. So,
yeah, for those that are on the podcast, Charles is wearing his Snorlax onesie that he was sent last year by our good friend from
Barry?
Chicago. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Barry.
Yeah. I have a lot of those trash lords that we talked about. Uh, but yeah, no, I haven't. I just haven't been playing much. I even messed up my Marvel game. I've been on top of my Marvel game, and somehow I missed a day here recently, just being busy. Uh, I have a TARDIS onesie. I'm not laughing at the TARDIS onesie. I'm laughing at Joe going, is it bigger on the inside than it seems? Uh, which, at the risk of offending people, this last season of Doctor Who, not so great. Not so great.
I
Really
have a
kind of jumped
confession.
the shark.
I've never watched Doctor Who.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, you're in cultural swine, and that's okay. But yeah. So what is our Discord experiences of the week?
Well,
What
let's
are? What
let
where?
what?
What who?
Pip pip cheerio. What?
Who is our experiences of the week?
I'll do you one better. Why is our experience? Oh man. All right, let's back. I backed it up way too far. Way too far.
You just wanted to go back to see Big Bird ran away and just share your pain again.
Oh, the pain.
Oh, while you look that up, a couple things. New year, new us, right? We're asking for submissions for logos. I know Civilian on Base was working on one. I haven't seen anything since that first rough draft, Joe. But Joe was kind of working on a similar idea. Civilian on Base is a good one. Has a good rough start, and I mean, I can send it to an artist and see what they can do with it. If that's the idea, Civilian, I'm cool with it. Just let me know if you're still working on it or if that's good, and we'll send it on. Sleep, bud. I'll get to that in a minute. Um, so we're looking for a new logo because we are gonna grow up and be big boys and not logo spoof anymore off of the IP. We're gonna make our own logo, and we'd love your submissions. And the winner definitely gets a T-shirt with the logo on it. We're gonna make stickers. We'll give stickers out to everybody who submits, and that's going on. So there's that. We might can even. I'm not sure. I think we can, Joe. I think if I get the 2D art, I can turn it into 3D art, and then put it into Microsoft 3D rendering. I think is what I did before to make the turtles. To put our logo rather on the turtles, the Squirtles that I made. That are still sitting over here. I saw them the other day. That I apologize. It still have not been shipped out to anybody. But my point is, we could probably make the logo into a 3D render as well and print it. So there's that. Then 2 weeks ago we were asked to play Scarlet and Violet, one of the two, right, and give some content on that. And there was some malarkey with the pre-order. Now we got it. We were able to pre-order it that night, got the bonuses, which I've already forwarded on to you. It should be in your email, Joe.
Yep.
It's the bonus code that we got for pre-order, and he's going to use it with his kids and that stuff. And I got it here, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be set up to do some recording because everybody's interested in doing some content with that for us. My wife and the kids and everything. So we will be recording some content and put it out on TikTok and everywhere else that we can and that kind of thing.
Yep.
So,
and for those that don't have the after show, what Charles and I had discussed is we bought one copy. Charles is going to play it for, I don't know, a month or two, until he gets bored of it. And then he's going to send it my way because he'll probably never touch it again. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And I know your kids are way more into it than my kids because my kids do the same thing. They'll play it for a little bit and we're good. They're the same as me in that vein. So, yeah. So it came here first and we'll knock out some content. Then it's going to Joe and he'll knock out some content and then just love on it, I'm sure.
Yep. But anyway, experiences of the week in Discord. We have from Kittens and Knives, best random lucky trade ever. So it wasn't a guaranteed lucky trade. It just happened to go lucky. And it is a Snorlax with a hat and shiny that went lucky. So pretty good stuff there. We know that Charles loves the hats. So right there, bam.
What's dumb about this hat? Is too small for his fat head. It just looks wrong. It looks like a mullet. I don't understand.
Well, and the problem is it's not comically small. Like if it was smaller, it would be at least comically small. Right. This one just seems weird. So
Yeah, this is just, hey, buddy. Can I take you to a hat shop and show you how it's really done?
Devo.
I would get behind this. I would get behind a Snorlax with a snow cap. We call them toboggans, snow caps. I don't know what they're going, but the pull down warm caps, dock worker cap, but over
Beanie.
both ears, right? Beanies,
Yep.
right? So I would that actually I think would be cool. Ish. There's nothing really cool
I
about
mean,
hats in this
we
game,
we
but
can quote him on that. Charles said that there
ish.
would be an outfit that they could put on someone that it might be cool-ish.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you can quote me on that one. Yeah.
And Devo Saida saying that that's an amazing lucky trade. Terry coming in with a shiny Staryu. And then Terry decided to give us a rundown on how much is this for the year? It doesn't give a time frame, but it says that
Oh, this is like the Spotify. Okay, so all the music services are doing this. The end of the year
okay.
wrap up. So this one's specifically off of Spotify. They'll let you know what you listen to, your flavor of music. I think it's Apple Music lets you make like a Coachella type poster out of all the artists you've listened to. I mean, it's just a cool little thing to, hey, look at your coolness thing. Oh, Tugus, I'm so sorry you're wrong again. But Terry shared his Spotify thing where he spent 38,000 minutes listening to podcasts. And here are the shows your ears like most.
And we made the top 5. So that is awesome. Two of the top 5 are Reddit, and the other 3 are Pokemon Go. So
we're removing one Terry from his name. That's it. That's it.
He's just Terry
Done.
Terry. He's not Terry anymore.
No, I'm making it happen. Just no. If we're not number 1, you don't get all the Terrys.
You don't get 3 Terrys anymore.
How dare you, sir?
If we were number 1, you could have had 5 Terrys. You could be Terry.
You know what? If we were number 1, I'd let you pick your own name. But we're not. So now the challenge is to everyone who has a music service that does this. Because I think the major 3 do it. I think Spotify, Apple Music, and I don't think it's Pandora. I thought there was a third service out there that did it. If you will show us where we rank on your listening list, we will determine what your name is in Patreon or in Discord. You have to earn it.
And then we have from Lincoln Prime a shiny Berserker, which I have some inside news on that Berserker. It came from an egg that he got from one of my gifts.
Nice.
Bam. Yeah, you can see down there at Collegedale, Tennessee, which is where the park that I play in is. It's in Collegedale. So, good stuff.
I like it. I actually tweaked that name a little bit. It's not Terry. It is a little more to the point. So
I'm not sure if mine's refreshed. It hasn't. I'll have to look at it later.
Right.
And then we have from Nolte, which is King of the Shinies.
Yeah, you went the wrong way there.
We have a 100% Alolan Rattata. And then only 3 Shinies. Slack in the last couple of weeks, Nolte.
Or is the
Verizon.
game slacking.
Yeah, right? Clearly, this is all Niantic's fault. Like 100%, everything is Niantic's fault all the time. Inflation, inflation is Niantic's fault.
Thanks, Niantic. But no, look, anecdotally, he's called King of the Shinies for a reason. It's page after page of Shinies. Even in the off weeks, it's at least a solid page of Shinies. And if he's showing us 4,
3,
maybe something's wrong with it. Well, there was one before, wasn't there?
It wasn't. The other one was a hundo. It wasn't shiny.
Oh, it was a Honda. So yeah, 3 Shinies from the King. I'm saying this one might be Obama's fault. I mean, Niantic's fault.
Yeah, so Verizon, Skitty, and Hoot Hoot are the 3. But yeah, thanks, Niantic.
So we asked a question. a couple of weeks ago. Why do you hate us? And we got a few responses, I do believe.
And some of the responses were from people who hadn't heard the episode yet. so, so there were some interesting responses.
I'll lead then. So, okay. I was posting the show fast, and Anchor/Spotify now automatically puts a question in just to get more engagement, right? They want people to use it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. What
But you can
questions
change
did they
it.
put in?
You can change it or you can delete it. I'm like, you know what? Why do you hate us? It's funny, but if you listen to the show, you'll answer it anyway. So I left the questions like, what did you think about this episode? We got an interesting answer. I got two. One was from Applesauce, man. I don't hate you. I enjoyed the episode. Thank you, Applesauce, man. Zachman says it was. Zachman literally answered, "What did you think about this episode?" It was okay. Would have been better if I had been named the top previous player of the year. Otherwise, 9.93141529 out of 10. So I'll take the 9.94. We'll take it.
Whenever I hear ridiculously long numbers, it always makes me think of IT Crowd. Let's just say, if you know, you know.
Yeah, and if I often do say too, did you turn it off and back on again? Because that actually is a thing. It works. Anyway.
Sadly, I say that a fair bit at work.
Because it's true.
It is
right?
true.
So little bonus question for the Thanksgiving episode. Of course, it's not in the episode asked. It's just typed out if you listen on Spotify. It says, what did you do this week to enjoy yourself? And James, 3 hours ago, level 38, because that's his profile picture here. Good for you, James. Played Pokemon Go is what he did to enjoy himself this week. So congrats. Or her. My daughter's named James. So they played Pokemon Go.
Well,
all right. What were your answers over on Reddit?
To the question of why do you hate us?
Yes.
So the first answer here is the WF Professor. It says, because you don't have a dedicated Angry Charles section for him to have a specific time to rant each week.
You know what grinds my gears?
And
you know what? New year, new us, Joe. Maybe we put that in.
We need a new section. We're going to mix it up every other week. 1 week it'll be random trivia. The next week it'll be rants from Charles.
Oh, I like it.
Or rants from the casual. Casual rants. There it is. Casual rants.
Joe's on to something. I'm so angry.
The next answer comes to us from BudgetBar1123. Says, I personally love you guys, so I'm not sure where this drama came from. And I just messaged him back on Reddit here. I almost said Discord. On Reddit here and said, it's just a joke from Charles from the last episode. And
is it? Is it a joke? What? Who wrote that? Who wrote that?
Budget Bar 1123.
Oh, Budget Bar. I'm looking at a speak pipe screen that's empty. That's where the drama came from. Budget Bar, otherwise known as Bar None. Yeah, I know who you are on TikTok, sir. I don't think you're that special. So you need to call in a speak pipe over at Patreon, or not Patreon, Pokémon GO Podcast.com. Right there in the top corner, click the button. You know what? You think it'd be easier? Do you think more people would give us voicemails if we made a / voicemail and just had it go straight to the recording page instead of having them click on the tab and record? Because, clicking on tabs is so hard.
I mean, if they want to send us a link to their audio on Patreon, that's fine too. You can send us that message.
Yeah.
But he goes on to say that he missed the in joke. Sorry. Love you, Joe, and you too, Charles. ...
Oh, yeah, see? The you too and ...
Charles is hiding in his Snorlax onesie. Then we have Digipair coming in saying, well, I hate you guys when someone says, I will get that password tonight, then sends it to someone else. Like, come on, it is not that hard. Sarcasm. Because
these are great answers, by the way.
That's civilian Digipair is.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we have from Mock G. I am one of the many silent show lurkers, and yes, I do enjoy the podcast.
Awesome.
A lot of fun with that question. We had quite a few responses. We'll see how many we get to this next week's. The what would your Pokemon wrestling finishing move be?
That'd be awesome. All right, I'll pop the break in here. We'll be back in just a moment. Like, I don't, at least once a month, the whole podcast is what grinds Charles's gears. Oh, goodness.
Oh, man.
Let me find this some music.
I'm so out of it, I almost hit stop the recording instead of typing in /commercial in that command into the Twitch chat. Oh, I'm out of it.
You forgot to do it?
I'm out of it. No, I almost hit stop recording instead of hitting /commercial.
Hey, fortunately, it's a backup recording is what I was trying to say.
Well, I use this as the primary because downloading it from Twitch, the file is huge. I don't know why.
What do you mean download it from Twitch?
I never pushed the button to automatically push it over to YouTube.
That's so much easier,
I download it.
That's so much easier.
Yeah.
So Tugas, well, you know what? We'll save it for the show. Yeah, I know I say this a lot. I need more music. I like our music, but I feel like I've heard it a lot. All right, put the marker in here. And here we go.
I want to be the very best no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cross.
Haha, chase it up on you.
Gotta catch up on. I know it's my destiny.
I tried to make Snorlax headbang and lost my headphones. Just about. Hey, all right. So we're getting into the show here. Tugas did from the last section, talking about the speak pipe, said doesn't like hearing their own voice. So here is what you do, Tugas. You type out what you want to say. Then you send it over to VO by Kurt and have Hot Gravy read it for you for a small fee of free because he owes me one.
Good old Hot Gravy. I bet they had some amazing food for in his house.
Oh, you know what? Don't even start on his food that he is such a tease, man. He's like, oh, look at this. Like, no, I don't want to look at your crap. I don't, because I can't eat it. I don't want to. Don't.
Oh man.
All right, so we're gonna start with an infographic on a podcast. That's professionalism at its core.
There's a reason for it.
Is it?
I'm actually trying to trim down the number of infographics we use, but
actually, I'm giving you grief. I like them because you know what? You want to see them? Look at the show notes or come out live on Thursday nights. They're there. And we do you don't have to be here live. You can go to the show notes and click on it. The links are there. I do. This one's a little too pastel for me.
Yeah, it's December, people. It's not Easter. It's December. We need
You know what? You just nailed it on the head. This isn't springtime. I've never seen purple snow. I've seen purple rain in concert, but I've never seen purple snow.
So this is the December, what we've heard about for events and stuff so far. So we're getting the legendary trio, D'Artagnan and his friends. Verizon is here today until the 8th.
I'm missing one right now too.
You're missing what?
I got invited to a Verizon raid and I grabbed it, but then I got distracted coming back into the show and let it sit there, so I missed getting into the raid.
Oh. So there's Verizon, and then the week after, so starting next week, it'll be Terrakion.
Oh, when you're not here? Gotcha.
Yeah. So December 8th to the 15th will be Terrakion, and 15th to the 23rd will be Cobalion, and then the 23rd to the 1st, so Christmas and New Year's, will be Kyurem. Mega raids are going to be Mega Abomasnow, Mega Aggron, and Mega Glalie. Glalie. I think maybe I've just been saying it wrong all my life, but that is not how. I thought there was another A in that because I've always said Glalie, but that is not how it's written. And they're probably right, and I'm probably wrong. Research breakthrough from now until March, beginning of March. We're gonna be able to get.
They're not giving us enough time to finish this one.
Yeah, right. Well, this is just the daily research.
Joe. This is where you do the. Okay, I might be mixing up my thought process here, but is this the one where you do your field research and you get your little stamps and you open up the box?
Yes. No.
The last time they did 3 months, it was Dirty Hippie Evie. The last time it was Dirty Hippie Evie. Do not do that again.
Yeah, so
I'm telling you,
this is the individual research that gives you the stamps. These ones. It's Galarian, Mr. Mime,
That's through March.
Bagon, Dino. Yeah, so they haven't announced the actual research boxes through March. The breakthrough boxes. Just the field
I don't understand. You do the research by doing things like spin 3 Pokestops, harass Joe on the show.
Yes. But then you claim the rewards, the daily rewards to get your stickers. Sometimes those rewards are Pokemon. These are the Pokemon that can appear.
All right. I don't think I usually... Okay, I see one. Earn 9 heart... Well, that's the special. Let's do... I don't think it's very often, if at all, that I get the field research that gives me a Pokemon.
Okay. Well, these are the Pokemon that are in there should you get them.
Okay.
And then events that we've got, and they are cramming in the events for December. So December 3rd, so in a few days, we've got a Hoenn Mega Raid Day, which we'll talk more about that in a little bit. We've the December 6th to the 11th. So all of this is December. I'm going to stop saying December. 6th to 11th is Mythic Blade. And we don't have
magical mythical blades.
Yeah, we don't have details on much of this yet, but the ones that we do have details on, we'll talk about later. The 10th is Elite Raids, so we can plan for that. The 10th through 11th is Something Extraordinary Keldeo Special Research. The 17th and the 18th is the December Community Day, so that'll have a ton of different Community Day Pokemon coming back.
In the game yet, or is this the launch of it? Because this is yet another My Little Pony wannabe. And I have my favorite My Little Pony, Galarian Ponyta. So I don't need your...
This is Keldeo's debut.
Mess.
Which is also why they've got the Musketeer Pokemon coming out for the raids for the first 3 weeks of this month, because he's basically D'Artagnan. For those that have actually
here's what I don't like about him. He can't make up his mind. Are you Valor? Are you Mystic? Are you Yellow Bellied? Well, yes, all of the above.
All of the above. So yeah, so he's gonna be making his debut, and then like I said, there's the double Community Day, the 17th and 18th, where we're gonna get the returns from this past year, and then some. The 15th through the 23rd is going to be the Winter Holiday Part 1. The 23rd through the 31st will be Winter Holiday Part 2. On Christmas Eve and Christmas will be Winter Wonderland. And then on Christmas Eve, we're going to have a Hisuian Avalugg Raid Day.
Okay, this is not even me doing a bit. Come on. Christmas Eve. People are freaking busy around the world, man. And you're going to launch what sounds like a new Pokemon, because I don't recognize that name. I'm Googling it real fast.
We have Avalugg, but I believe this is the debut of the Hisuian version.
Avalugg.
I'm pretty sure we have not had Hisuian Avalugg before.
I obviously I've not seen this one in the game, the Avalugg.
Well, not only that, but there's the Winter Wonderland event that's Christmas Eve and Christmas. So they're...
Now, here's the thing. Here's where I want to be what might seem like a double standard is I get it on Christmas. Christmas morning, most everybody does stuff. Maybe you do some things later in the evening with your extended family or something. But after Christmas morning's done, especially if it's just your family, the whole day's open. But Christmas Eve is nuts, man.
All
But all
right.
right, I mean, I will do something with it.
But yeah, that's what we've got coming down the pipeline for December. They're really trying to pad that bottom line for the last bit of the year, aren't they? I'm sure that all of this will include a bunch of stuff to spend money on. So
Look, they're also missing an opportunity here because I'm not saying they overspent because I don't know. They spent money on some YouTubers who do stuff for this game, right? And they've done partnerships with Verizon and other things. How did you not team up with Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning, for this whole month of mythical stuff? They're hilarious. They're family friendly. They fit the brand, and they're hilarious. Come on, man.
they're so hilarious. He said it twice.
I said it twice. Their kids are funny too, man. They've started doing some bits for the kids. It's like it's good stuff. So we're at because I bring it up because here's another mythical wishes update in the Go Battle League. It's coming up on today. It started today at 1 p.m. Pacific. Actually, it started when this show started, more or less. No, it didn't. That's GMT. We're not GMT. We're not even forward. We're just Pokemon. Following will occur at the beginning of this. I blew somebody's brain just popped, and they're so mad at me right now. End of the season rewards will be available on the battle screen as an update. At the beginning of the season, this will happen. So end of season rewards will be available on the battle screen. Your Go Battle League rank will be reset. Rank up requirements will remain the same as the prior season. And then you got your remixes going on, or your mix around. Week 1, Great League remix. Week 2, Great League, and Fighting Cup, Great League Edition remix. You and I don't do these battles. I don't know if this matters. It just seems redundant. Week 3, you got Ultra League and Premier Classic. Week 4, Ultra League and Holiday Cup, Great League Edition. They love those Great Leagues. Then you get going to January. I'm not gonna read all of it. Holy crap, there's a lot of it. But you end in March. The season's 3 months.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you end in March. Hoenn Cup, Great League Edition. They really love these Great Leagues. There's Classic Cup stuff. Is there anything in here you want to pull out, Joe? No. Okay. Cool. Moving on.
Like you said, you and I don't really do this, but if you want to see the entire lineup and what's coming, hop on over to PokemonGoLive.com and you can see the entire schedule there. So, yeah. But speaking of schedules, Niantic has also announced some of the future Community Day dates, kind of save the date things. So the January Community Day will be January 7th. Community Day Classic will be January 21st. And then the February Community Day will be on the 5th. So all of the other stuff that they announced in that particular announcement, we already covered with talking about what's coming in December.
I was scrolling through looking at all the things, see if anything else jumped out. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, and you can get new attacks, and you can win things. It's all. I mean, I get it. If you're into battling, there's a lot of here. Charge a Bug is now in the Great League Edition. They're not gonna be allowed, rather. Charge a Bug. Which, when did we get Charge a Bug?
We've had him for a while. He
God, I gotta pay more attention to the show. Maybe when I scrolled through, I saw Buzzwole, and I immediately thought, of course, of the wrestling. I'm like, Buzzwole, I don't know his finishing move, but everybody has a catchphrase, right? The Stone Cold Steve Austin's, what? Buzzwole's, I'm gonna get you, sucker!
I'm sure Buzzwole would do some kind of lariat move.
Oh my god. The Buzzwole comes off the top rope and just floats there because he's a mosquito and they don't ever land. They just hover. All right. Where are we? Bahasa Indonesia language support for Pokemon Go and special events. So we got some new language updates, which is always a good thing, I think, in the game.
Yep.
That is very cool. And then I'm trying to see what else is going on here. Details about upcoming events will be published in Bahasa Indonesia on the blog, on Instagram at Pokemon Go Apple D or App ID, and on Facebook at India ID. Okay, so it's Instagram at Pokemon
Indonesia.
Go App ID. Oh, Indonesia. Okay, ID must be, I guess that's how they shortened Indonesia, and on Facebook at Pokemon Go App ID.
Yes.
So there's a special event coming up been going on from November 30th to Sunday, January 8th. Is
specifically for people in Indonesia.
Yeah. And now it says language added, and I'm pretty sure they've been in Indonesia, but I'm going to ask, are they launching in Indonesia now, or has it been there? They're just adding. I'm sorry, I just read something I'll tell you about later. They're just adding the language support.
I'm pretty sure it's just the language support. I think they've been in Indonesia for a while.
I thought because I remember at the first year we were following which countries they were going into as they rolled it out worldwide. And I'm pretty sure it was there. But you got the starters, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. And that's why I asked, like, well, those are starters. Is it the thing? So, there's some cool stuff here. And congratulations. I mean, can you imagine? We don't go through this unless you somehow get Japanese-based games or other country-based games outside of through standard U.S. app stores, right? We don't have to worry about not speaking our own language in a game. And it just boggles my mind because we don't have that experience. It's like, oh, wow. I imagine it's an amazingly awesome thing to finally have it in your native language as opposed to having to translate because the game just didn't take the time. I almost said bother, but that felt dismissive. It's not dismissive. I know it takes a lot of work to localize a game, especially one like this where it's a worldwide game. But congratulations, Indonesia, for getting that support. So we've got Hoenn Mega Raid Day coming up. It feels like a redneck. It feels like a NASCAR. On Hoenn Mega Raid Day, you're gonna see Mega Sceptile in car 15 coming around the bend. You got Mega Blaziken coming up in car 42, and Mega Swampert. Well, that's number 3. Bless Dale's heart. Debut head. So these Megas are debuting. I've never been in a NASCAR, but I know one thing you can always say. Car number 3, bless Dale. I don't know. You either piss them off or let them love you. Oh man, these Megas are okay looking. Sceptile looks a little bit more wicked on the tail. Blaziken looked really mean to start with. This is better. And Swampert's just Hulk smash.
So
Hey,
that makes you happy, right?
I'm getting close. I got my Hulk folded up in the corner over here. I'm almost there. My daughter didn't help me. She messed up my microphone, but she sure didn't put it away to trash so I could start setting up my studio. So I'm gonna have to do that this weekend. But yeah, I'm getting closer to getting stuff set up. But yeah, tell me about it, Joe. Tell me about these Megas and
more like Swolpert, right?
You can't take that one because I had Buzzwole. All right, but yeah, yeah, that was good. I mean, Tugas didn't laugh, but I still think it was good.
Nah, maybe she did. We can't hear her very well from our end of things. But no, this is coming up Saturday. So like this Saturday, December 3rd. And yeah, it should be fun for those that go out there and care about Mega Evolutions.
When I can do one, I go ahead and knock it out just because after time it recharges, it's free. I'm like, why not? This is becoming the Tugas and Charles show because I just want to engage every time. Like, really? Prove it. So you can't hear me. You don't know. Did you? Did you humor Joe and laugh at his Swolpert joke? So I didn't humor him. I actually laughed. But you are who you are, Tugas.
No,
are you opposed to doing Megas, or you just don't care?
I just don't care. But this is also a paid event, so I doubly don't care. It's got a $5 ticket price on it. So
now look, for $5, it'd be free instantly.
It might just be $5 to get the extra bonuses, though. It kind of ambiguous because what it says for the bonuses, and again, okay, it says you'll be able to purchase a ticket.
Yeah, it is for the
for the
bonuses.
bonuses.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. That's mine. You can't say my yep. How dare you?
I'm sorry. So here you go.
Yep.
That's right. Oh man. So the yep. 6 additional raid passes from spinning gyms for that day. Increased chance to get rare candy XL. Which anytime it says increased chance, I'm just like, okay, Niantic, that means nothing coming from you because it might be a 0.00001% extra chance to get a rare candy. If you want to make people excited, you need guaranteed.
It feels like Niantic thinks we're lonely 80s nerds. That whole thing of like, I would only date you if you're the last person on earth. So you're saying there's a chance. That's about the chance that you're getting.
All I gotta do is kill all the other people.
Yeah, kill everybody. I do believe we will get to see and evolve the megas. I think you're going to have the candies, which may mean it's a short window. It's not a huge window. It's basically like, well, it's a raid day. So yeah, it's a standard window there. You will get some bonuses like Sceptile getting the charge attack frenzy plant, Swampert getting hydro cannon, Blaziken will know the blast burn. You receive up to 5 additional passes from the photo disc, and there'll be a increased chance of encountering shinies. The $5 gets you 6 additional raid from spinning, though. You don't just get the raid passes. You still have to spend the gems to get the extra 6 on top of it.
And they're regular raid passes. They're not remote.
Yep. You will get an increased chance, as you said, to get that rare candy. 2 times Stardust, which we know how addicted you are, Joe, and 50% XP.
And the people who are going to be paying for this are probably the people that are already going hard on the game in general. And so do they really need more experience?
That's valid. That is a valid question. I'll play devil's advocate here and say that if you started in the last 6 months, but you're hardcore, you would need it. But if you're not Terry, because that's not what his name is anymore, then no, I don't think you need it. But here's what my biggest problem is. It's a bad value. That's number one, but that's not my biggest problem. It's not a $5 value, maybe $1, $2, because these bonuses are not that valuable. But my biggest problem is increased chance to get candy. Now we have to have these candies to evolve these megas, right? Which is the whole point of it.
This isn't even the mega candy. This is rare candy.
Well, that's even worse.
It's rare candy XL. So
that's just to level them up past a certain point.
Yeah, so it's the rainbow XL candy is what it is. So
that's actually better.
Yeah, it's better than
because you can use that candy on everybody. But okay, so that's a little. I didn't misunderstand that. Thank you, Joe. But still, an increased chance versus, hey, you'll get this much, more, that kind of thing. It's like Niantic doesn't know how to sell. Joe, I know you grew up on this, but wait, there's more. Would you pay $40? No. Would you pay $28? No. How about $19.99? That's how you sell this kind of stuff, man. I am playing a game called Marvel Snap, and I'm not huge into putting money into games and mobile games constantly. I'll do it from time to time. I have no problem putting money in to get raid passes for this game remote raids because I want to raid with my people and have fun. But typically I don't. But I'm telling you, when you play Marvel Snap, there's a season pass, and for $10, it is a full 4-week season pass. Right, $10. You have to get 50 levels to get everything. Then anything beyond that is just extra. They throw in a bunch of extra cool stuff without very much effort. Like I'm not having to play hardcore. I am clearing all 50 levels every time before the time raid's over. And it's a very fun game. I'm like, man, the value for that $10, I feel like I'm getting $100 worth of stuff. Now, obviously, I'm not because they'd be going bankrupt, right? I'm getting, I don't even know if I'm getting great value, but I feel like I'm getting $100 worth of value for my $10. I see $5. I see 4 things that are okay. I can get but I have to spend 6 more times to get a total of 12 raid passes. I get some extra Stardust. I get some extra XP just from raid battles. Why is that $5 worth? I'll wait. No, somebody call Niantic and find out.
Uncle Hanky, this is a bad Christmas present.
8-bit bros. I missed it again. Oh my god.
I clicked it as soon as he made it, and it didn't let me in. So,
Oh, you know what? I don't know if Campfire has this feature. I would love anybody, Niantic, Campfire, anybody. I would love just a simple little. It doesn't have to be a direct message, just a button, like how we send stickers on our postcards. Just a way to say, "Crap! Thank you for inviting me. I missed it. I just missed it."
there is
You just engage back.
there is a messaging feature in Campfire.
Is there? I might have to play with that because like that 8-bit bros. That I'm assuming you listen to the show. I hope so because you invited both Joe and I. So I'm assuming typically when Joe and I are both connected to somebody, it's through the show. That's the only way I know how to express. Thank you for inviting me. Sorry that I looked down just not in time, and please keep inviting me. You know, I would love to play with you. So I just want that ability to say to somebody, "Sorry I missed it. Didn't ignore you. Thank you." You know. All right, we got off topic. You know what? It was all this.
Yep.
That's where we got off topic.
We're always off topic. That's our secret.
We are the topics.
That's my secret, Charles. I'm always off topic.
I did steal from Bosch the other day. It's like, if you like humor and fun times loosely wrapped in a Pokemon Go skin without the drinking, come check us out at Pokemon Go Podcast. Because it really is about us and not about the game too much, but we love talking about it. Anyway, the Global Tour 2023. So I'm going to let you burn through this one, but this is all the stuff coming up next year?
Yeah. Well, this is part of...
Not all the stuff, but yeah.
So just like they've done the past couple of years, they're doing another regional tour. So first we had Johto, we did not have Johto first. We had that second. We had Kanto, then Johto. Now we're having Hoenn. And so basically it's going to be much of the same, except now it's Hoenn themed. So we'll be able to see more, a lot of Hoenn themed Pokemon. Hopefully that means we're finally going to get, Kecleon, since Kecleon is the only Hoenn Pokemon that we do not have in the game yet. They don't provide a ton of details here in the announcement. It says, come back for more information. But I assume, just like previous years, that this is going to be a paid ticketed event, because that's what it's been in the past. And unlike that $5 one, usually this is actually worth the money. These are usually really good events. These are more like Go Fest than they are just a standalone event.
Man, these primals look great.
Yeah. So the artwork does feature the primal Kyogre and primal Groudon. So we're going to be getting them. We will also be getting a shiny Jirachi. So that's what they've been doing. What?
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, apparently you can possibly get these shiny primals as well.
Yes, yeah, they did announce that it is possible to get the shinies on those.
But yeah, shiny Jirachi is the second thing on this page.
Well,
this is actually a well set up page. Obviously, Niantic didn't do it. They paid somebody to do this because.
Oh yeah.
No. This sells, Joe. This sells. So they hired somebody to do this for them. They didn't do it because this is not how you. Yes, this is how you market things.
Yeah, but yeah, just like they've done in the past, the mythical for that region. Now, in later regions, there's more than one mythical, but these first few regions, there was only one mythical attached to them. But we get the shiny Pokemon for it during these events. The artwork, the art team coming in big with their splash, right? Like they do.
Yeah.
And just like before, you'll have to pick whether you are which version of the game you're going to be playing, which will slightly alter what Pokemon you'll encounter during the event. I guarantee that they will have a part of the event where you have to trade for the other side's Pokemon. So if you picked Ruby, you'd have to trade for the Sapphire Pokemon as part of the event in order to clear the event. What? What? What?
Hey, Barry, me, you, and Joe, 78 days, 16 hours, 4 minutes, and 21 seconds. You know what we need to do. It's at the bottom of the page. You know what we got to do.
Oh, enhanced play in Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas. Come on, baby. Let's take it. If it would come down, come on, man. Let's go to Vegas.
Ibit does love Vegas, and I have never been to Vegas.
I don't know if you'd like it. I love Vegas.
Other than a connecting flight, and that doesn't count. Being at the airport doesn't
not really.
Count. But yeah, that would be fun.
Oh my goodness! So what is enhanced play? It doesn't say. It's just an in-person event. Special research story where they team up with Team Go Rocket. What? It is exclusive time research.
Where they team up with
the
Team
Go
Rocket.
Vegas is a very interesting
so
location.
I wonder, because Ruby and Sapphire had two different teams. They had Magma and Aqua were the two teams that you kind of had to fight against. So maybe you team up with Team Go Rocket to fight them. Maybe. But then they've also, for 5-star raids during this event, they're going to have the different forms of Deoxys as well. And they have announced a little bit about some of the different habitats that are going to be part of this event. So there's going to be a Blistering Sands, which makes sense because in Ruby and Sapphire, like the entire center of the map is a sand area, a desert area. There's going to be Verdant Earth, Eerie Mists, and Ancient Shores. All of this is part of the main series games. These different habitats appear in the game, so that's kind of a nice
have a talk with my wife
about going to Vegas.
Yeah, because I love Vegas. And come on, man. So and they're doing a different thing. So it's $30 for the ticket. However, if you buy it before December 31st, it's $25. This is just for the playing.
Oh, where are you seeing that? Did you click the?
You have to click. So at the bottom of the scroll, you have to click for more information. It takes you to a different page that has all the information about buy tickets on here. Because I was trying to get more information on what enhanced play was. It says experience an exclusive 2-day thing. However, at the very bottom in small print, it says 1-day tickets are $30 or the equivalent pricing tier in local currency, blah, blah, blah. Las Vegas attendees may purchase a ticket for 1 day of the 2-day events. So it is like a standard Go Fest where you only go 1 day. You don't get, but you can purchase an additional 2nd day add-on. Let's see how much that is. You need a raid lover, extra day add-on. It's another $25. So you pay $25 per day to go for both days. And there's nothing different on the 2 days, I can tell. Honestly, I don't see the value in, because Joe, we've done a lot of these events, and basically after 4-5 hours max, really, of an 8-hour event, you're done and you're resting. We've done everything, we've completed everything. So I don't see why 2 days, why you'd want to do that. What is this?
So, like, I know why they picked February, because that's the anniversary month for Pokemon in general, but why did they make it like Valentine's Day weekend? I guess it is the closest to Pokemon Day officially, but still. Anyway, they do actually. I was clicking through the website that they had with the announcement, and I did find something interesting that I hadn't seen before. The 10K eggs will feature Torkoal, Tropius, and Relicanth.
Yep, I was going to point that out to you, letting you get through.
This might be the first global event that has Relicanth, and I'm hoping that he's in the wild and not just in 10K eggs. Hopefully in the because all of the habitats say "and more," so I'm hoping he's
Yeah.
part of the Ancient Shores habitat, which would make a lot of sense. Tropius being part of the Verdant Earth would make a lot of sense, and Torkoal being part of the Blistering Sands would make a lot of sense as well. So,
Man, and this would be a great trip because my wife could play slots because she won't do she'd do the event for a little while with me, I think, but she'd get bored. So she could go, she'd have something to do, especially if Bobby Ann comes. If you bring your wife, Barry, they can go play slots, and me and you and Joe can go play, less winning game of catch Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I mean, we invest $25. We're not getting money back. There's a chance, better than Niantic's chance, that if you put a quarter in the slot, you'll get some money back. So I think we'll be the losers, but we'll have fun. I'm actually considering this because I do love Vegas, and maybe this can be my wife's anniversary trip instead of on our anniversary. We might push it back to that. We'll see. That's cool. The add-ons they're fine. Your raid lover for $15. You get extra raid passes and XP. Egg enthusiast, you get some bonuses there. Of course, the add-on day, which is
those the add-ons.
Yeah, again, scroll down, click add-on ticket. It's at the very bottom, and then you go to another page that shows you the
Is that in the
regular
buy
tickets
one?
Yeah, it's in the buy tickets tab.
Okay. Wow, this is just click this link to learn more.
Yeah. This is how you sell, Joe. We have spent the last 20 minutes digging through these pages this is how you sell. It looks like there's 7.
That is dirty, Niantic. So they announced, remember how we were just talking about how those are in the 10K eggs? Egg enthusiast, look at that bottom check mark. Increased chance of 10K eggs from spinning Pokestops and photo discs. Yep. It's like, hey, we know what you want. Pay us more money.
Now, here's the other thing, too. Now, if you purchase it before December 31st, you'll get a $5 discount. So it'll be $25 instead of $30 for your day. If you purchase your ticket before February 10th, you'll unlock exclusive time research that'll help you get ready for it. That's kind of a cool feature.
Yeah,
and there's 7 different researches.
They've done that in the past too, where you get a bunch of eggs or not eggs. You get a bunch of Pokeballs and stuff like that to help you quote unquote get ready for it. So,
all right, I got in with 8-Bit Bros finally. So yeah, I mean we broke that down, but that's you may have me. I don't know, Joe. How much can the show pay for this? Because
that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, we need to go. All right, do you want to do the shiny comparison, or you want to skip that one?
We could take a look at it just real quick and say what you think.
I'm looking at it right. Okay, Relicanth, easy to see. Torkoal, easy to see. Mr. Bluebird, Charlie Brown, easy to see.
Mr. Bluebird on my
rest
shoulder.
of them, I mean, they're okay.
Kecleon, who is unconfirmed, but people are, like I said, it's the only Hoenn Pokemon that we have not received yet.
And that shiny is not easy to see the difference. I mean, it's okay. It's a red stripe, so blue stripe, or blue stripes have red. Cactar,
he changed his belt.
Yeah. Torkoal, I would have to say Relicanth. No, I'd say Relicanth.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. Out of all this, Relicanth is my favorite.
Relicanth has to be the best. Yeah. Torkoal, for me, Torkoal's second best. Jirachi, it's okay.
Yeah.
The fact that Jirachi is shiny is special. I'll give him that all day long.
I kind of like. I know it's pretty basic, but I kind of like the Cacturne changes there. So he's almost more camouflaged with the desert. Has more desert coloration. So
yeah, no, I get that. Crap, I've lost track of time. What time is it, Joe?
It's time for random trivia. And this week I'm going to talk about Kecleon because Niantic still needs to put it in the game, and hopefully they do it with this event, but we'll see. Kecleon is the color swap Pokemon. He is a normal type Pokemon. First appears in Hoenn, the Gen 3 games. He in the main series games, you bump into him, but he's invisible, and then you click on him, and it starts the battle with him. And
That's cool.
yeah, so he's got that unique mechanic. If you live in that first time zone for Pokemon Go, so the Australia, New Zealand area, you may have seen Kecleon in game briefly, because there was, I think it was an hour or two where Kecleon was quote unquote spawning in Pokemon Go. All of them turned into Dittos, but
Right.
he has technically appeared in Pokemon Go, at least the sprite of him, just not Kecleon himself. He in the anime, he's kind of mischievous, a little bit of a kleptomaniac in the in the anime. Goes invisible and just steals stuff. The Pokedex entry says Kecleon is capable of changing its body colors at will to blend in with its surroundings.
Makes sense.
There's one exception. This Pokemon cannot change the zigzag pattern on its belly. So in the main series or in the anime, all of him is transparent except
Except the
the belly.
stripe.
Yeah, except the
That's
stripe.
funny.
So if you see a random floating zigzag, it's a Kecleon. But that's not how it is in the main series games. He's completely invisible in the main series games, regardless of what the Pokedex entry says. Kecleon is the first Pokemon in the anime to actually demonstrate an ability. So his ability is color change in the main series games. And for those who have only played Pokemon Go and not the main series games, abilities are kind of a passive thing that boosts, well, for the most part, boosts your Pokemon. Some of them are actually detrimental, like Slacking. Slacking's ability makes it so he only takes every other turn, but that's more of a balance thing. But anyway, the color change ability makes it so that he can, when he's hit with a move, he will actually change his own Pokemon typing, and this could also be part of why I kind of doubt they'll try to include this in Pokemon Go, but when he's hit with an ability, his type changes to that ability, so that it would be.
So he's a mimic, kind of.
Well, yeah, and so future attacks would be less effective against him, kind of a thing, is the idea.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I got a green one too. We both just battled and got for Verizon.
Yeah.
And I got a green one like, man, Joe's sitting there talking, rightfully not collecting it. And I'm like, man, if I see that shiny pop up, I'm going to be brokenhearted. And yours came up standard.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kecleon is obviously based off of a chameleon. His name, Kecleon, comes from a combination of Kakaruru, which apparently means to hide, and chameleon. So that is Kecleon.
Very cool, man. Very cool. You know what? In the show, we're gonna do something we've never done before.
Ooh.
We're gonna go ahead and name the top previous player of the year tonight. Runner up was Zach Man. You know that he was a. It's Tugas. Tugas is the top previous player of the year. You know, previous meetings she doesn't play anymore, but you know she'll tell you she does. But just like the demon fillery, it's a lie. So, but Kecleon is pretty cool. All right, email us. Show at Pokemon.
I swear your favorite pastime is trolling Tugas.
It's trolling the people who love to troll back. So yes, email show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. Pokemon Go Podcast is where you need to speak pipes. We'll make it easier if that's what it takes to get your lovely voices on this show. Reddit's r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter is at Pokemon Go Pod. YouTube is Pokemon Go Podcast. TikTok is at Pokemon GO Podcast, and Civilian on Base is knocking out some cool videos over there. Give them a like and share them, and that's awesome. Give Civilian on Base some cool sticker love and go to etsy.com/shop/Murpack. That's MUIRPACK. I would have to say, even though it can be definitely considered a sponsorship in kind, right? He's given us services. He's done some cool stuff for us. He might be our first official sponsor of this show, Joe. I'm just saying.
There we go.
Just saying. Well, I guess truly the first official sponsor of the show was Folk Travel Agency. When you want to go around the world, fly Folk is the best way to go. but Murpack would be our next one. Joe, where can they find you on the web?
You can find me on Twitter, which is at Joseph_Ard. This past week, I don't tweet all that often, to be completely honest. This past week, I did tweet, though, the trailer for the new Mario movie. And I gotta say, I'm pretty excited for it.
So is my daughter. I don't understand where they're going to go with it. I knew it was coming. I'm excited about the graphics. I want to watch it, but I'm not like, ooh, because I'm like, all right, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Let's see what you're going to do. So.
I mean, you're sitting there in the camp of how do you beat perfection from the live action Mario movie? I know, but you know.
I mean, John Leguizamo is always awesome to watch. I'm just saying. The fact that he doesn't have a voice cameo, kind of irks me in this one, to be honest with you. But I think the voice casting is pretty spectacular. Well, you can find me on, I'm on Twitter sometimes, Rock Got a Pod. TikTok, Charles McFall. Search me across social media, Charles McFall, Rock Got a Podcasting. I'm trying to I am honestly trying to do more videos. I had a good friend of mine and somewhat of a mentor tell me recently, it's like, no, you got to feed yourself. You got to feed yourself first. And I still am not. I made a video this week. It's still sitting on my phone, ready to go. I just need to do the captions and post it. And I'll probably do that tonight. But it's at this point 2 days old. And yeah, I've been busy, but could I have taken the 5 minutes to do that? I could have. And that's what I'm trying to work better at. So, and a true note before I throw us out of here, all that love we got on Reddit about how you don't hate the show and this, that, we love it. Thank you. I eat that up. We need to hear that sometimes. And I very much, when we get the speak pipes, when we get the comments on Reddit, the comments on Spotify, when we see new people like Applesauce Man pop in and start interacting with us, numbers are great. I do love seeing our numbers, and thank you very much for listening to the show. Thank you for even more for being patrons of the show. And it really does. It just makes me super happy when you interact and engage. So thank you everybody for doing that. Very, very grateful for that. Tune in next 2 weeks. Before I throw this out, Joe, guess what? I know you're not going to be here.
Is Hot Gravy going to be on here with you next week?
He didn't even bother to volunteer. So no, our good friend, Rob Roberts is going to come on. So I went out to Discord, DragonCon Discord, and gave him an opportunity. Said, hey, I'm looking for a co-host. This could turn into somewhat of a regular fill-in kind of thing. If you want to do this, you don't have to play the game. You just need to kind of know stuff about Pokemon. And of course, Rob tagged me. He's like, hey, if you still need a guest, I'm always happy to join. And we talked back and forth tonight during the show. I said, hey, next week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern until 9 p.m. Eastern, because he's out in California. So he's so good. He goes, he answered instantly. Yep. So Rob Roberts will be on next week. He's been on before. Great guy, good friend of both of us, and it's gonna be fun. You know what? We're gonna end the show that I want to address that. Tune in in 2 weeks to hear Joe say.
I am so happy that Chris Pratt is not trying to do the cringe Mario voice. Like,
it's me.
That might be controversial because Mario's had the cringe voice forever, but I'm happy he's making it his own.
I mean, it could be Lou Albino.